me questions and stuff about it. Like, why did I do this? I guess that's probably the obvious question.
Yeah. I always get the worst anxiety before doing this. That work.
Why would you want to?
Why though?
It was funny. I was at a comedy club in Portland, Oregon, and my buddy Trenton Davis was up there, and I was like, "Hey Trenton, I got my amp and my mic in my car, and tomorrow I think we're gonna go do a street set. Do you want to come?" And he was like, "Not if I don't have to." Yeah. Like, just because he's like, "Why would you ever want to do that? You're just gonna go on the street." I'm like, "Yeah, I might go on the train. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You want to come?" And he didn't want to go. He didn't want to go watch.
Yo.
It's scary, yeah, man. It's freaking scary. It's terrifying. I've been doing stand-up for a little over 10 years now. So I mean, I've done all the bad sets, the good sets, the theaters, the bars, the living rooms, the pools, like everywhere you can shake a stick at, colleges, corporates. So I mean, those shows don't scare me anymore. Doing stand-up on the street terrifies me.
Hey, yo, Oakland! How y'all doing? That's what's up. We doing some jokes over here. We're doing some stand-up comedy. If you like stand-up comedy, come out over this way. Y'all can just make a little circle right over here. We're doing some jokes. Y'all can come over to me. I won't bite. It's fine. You're good. Right on. Some of y'all looking at me like I'm stupid, like y'all been watching the news. Like, I don't know if it's okay to get this close to a white dude on a box. This probably seems ill-advised to do right now. It's cool. Come on in. We're doing jokes, y'all. Come on in. What's up? You can't touch me though. That's where I draw the line. I can give you a high five. You want to give me a high five? Right on. I probably got something else.
I always get nervous. I always get nervous before, and I never get nervous before doing a set, but I'll always get nervous before I do a street set because there's no safety. There's no safety. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. I mean, am I going to do a fight? You know, I mean, you never know. These people don't want comedy. You know, they didn't ask for it. They're not paying to come to a comedy club to listen to you. They're not open to the concept of jokes. You have to convince them of it. You gotta actually go, hey, this is why you should stop and listen to me. And then you gotta hold them. So not only you gotta get them, you gotta hold them. And you hold them for as long as you can, but like every 5 or 10 minutes, you got a new wave of people cycling through. So you can't use callbacks. That's, you know, those conventions in comedy that you use, those tools that we use and we rely on so heavily. You can't use callbacks, and you got to get them now, immediately. Yeah, these people want you to be funny right now.
Yeah, my name is Miles Weber. I was born and raised in Vallejo, which, if you don't know about Vallejo, it's the hood. I was the only white kid in my neighborhood growing up, and I look like this, which means that every car accident that happened in the hood was my fault, which I'm not mad at. Because it would mess you up, too, if you was driving through the projects and you saw what it looked like if Jim Carrey and Ryan Reynolds gave birth to Johnny Bravo. And Jimmy Neutron was a midwife. Vanilla Ice cut the cord. White dudes with hair, guys. I look like white dudes with hair. It's very interchangeable.
It always terrifies me to do those sets.
But that older African American gentleman.
The older African, yeah.
Seemingly was you've seen him before.
Yeah, the older guy. Yeah, the old black dude. Yeah, because I've done sets in Oakland at First Fridays before, and he was there, and I talked to him last time. And this time he had a crutch. Because why not? Right? You leave the house. Well, I'm going to go to First Friday, so what do I need? A crutch. That's the other thing with street sets, is homeless people are a thing. Like, that's real life. So when you ask questions like, hey, who's single? And a homeless person's like me, there are a whole lot of places you can go with that.
Who is single and is looking? Oh man, I think I talked to you last time I was here. What's up, brother? How have you been?
I've seen him before out there. He's always cool. He's always got wild stuff to say, and that did not disappoint. So I felt like talking to him in front of everybody was good enough, but then eventually it just kind of it became hard to get a word in with him.
Man, this is the second time I've been heckled by him in 6 months, so this is gonna be fun. What's up, man? We was trying to set him up with a lady, but he said he wants the dog. He's not gonna do nothing nasty to the dog, I swear to God.
Sure?
I'm pretty sure, man. Ask him.
People are pretty weird out there.
There's a lot of people that are pretty weird. Why do you have one crutch and you're standing very like this has quickly gone from stand-up comedy to like y'all are witnesses to my murder. That's what's happening right now.
Because
Why do you have one crutch?
people are crazy.
Because people crazy. So you thought this morning you're like, you know what? People are freaking crazy and I'm going to Oakland. I need to get my one crutch.
I carry the crutch, so if you come up too fast and hard,
You carry the crutch because if you come up too fast on you, you'll swipe somebody with the crutch. Okay, y'all should team up together because I feel like a crutch and a wagon would be, y'all are like the Avengers of First Fridays in Oakland is what you are.
And then that lady showed up. That was a time where, and I've only thought this a handful of times doing stand-up over the years, where I'm like, oh, I might get my ass kicked. This might be a thing. I might genuinely get my ass kicked, and I'm not entirely certain why. That's the odd thing. Because she told me to make fun of her. She was like, make fun of me.
Make some jokes on you. Okay, well this is always nice to be put on the spot like that. You want me to make some jokes on you? Do you have another crutch? Do you like wagons?
And I felt immediately awkward. I'm like, okay, this isn't... I'm already a white dude on a box in Oakland. Like, this already is kind of sketch from Jump Street. So me to just sit there and make fun of her is weird if it's not, like, called for. But I think I said that she was a black lady. I think that's what I said. And she got super mad. She was not happy.
You're 74? See? That's what I'm saying. Black don't crack. You don't look a day over 40, girl. I'm telling you. You look amazing. Huh? You're not black? What do you mix with? You're colored. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You mixed with some of me. Some Italian. That is some of me. How did you know I was Italian? And some Chinese. Okay, right on. That works. That works. You got nice orange hair. That's lovely. Very, very nice orange hair. You don't dye that? You do dye it?
why do you think she was black?
Why did I think she was black? I don't know, man. I mean, again, the comparison was something that was lost.
You think
What's
about
that?
the shade of the color of their skin?
Huh?
You think it's because of the color of their skin?
What about it?
Would you make some jokes on yourself?
I was earlier, and then we started talking about a crutch.
Jokes on you.
Yeah, come on in. We'll make some jokes on me.
And
We'll
then
do
she
all
started
that.
getting in my face. And that's when I'm like, okay, this might not be good. Because, I mean, how does this look that this, older black lady is getting in the face of this white dude on a box with a microphone? And I had no idea what the problem was. Like, she said she was mixed with a bunch of stuff. And then she said that she prays every day. And I'm like, good. That's awesome. I'm not saying any of these things are bad. I don't know why you're mad at me.
Making your jokes on other people. You might not be here tomorrow.
I might not be here tomorrow making jokes on other people. You told me to make jokes on you.
You know something? I thank God every day for being here.
That's good. That's good. I support that.
Young man.
I support that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know where the confrontation came from. I feel like you or everybody right now understands how odd this became. We was doing good. You was a witness from the beginning. Everything was fine. We do it. I know, right? It was all good.
Stand-up comedy.
Thanks, man. This is wonderful. I'm getting like weird heckles and then like very nice ones as people are
But that
passing.
was also enough to scare everybody away. And then the black dude turned on me too. Like he even like got feelings hurt, which was weird. Like it was a very odd moment. I think at one point it was just him, her, and then a guy eating a fruit bowl. I think that's all I
I've
had.
got a crowd right now of 2 and 1 eating what looks like an acai bowl, which is wonderful.
That was my audience. The guy eating the fruit bowl, I think he was even just standing there because like his friends had left. And he lost them for a little bit. I think they were looking at shirts, and he was just there while they were looking at shirts. But that was my audience. And I'm like, oh, this isn't going good. And that's the stuff with street sets that sucks is, you whittle it down. When it's not working, man, what are you gonna do? Stop? And I'm like, well, I can't stop now. I got to do something. And so she eventually started calming down, and I just couldn't get any bits out. Bits are too long, so typically you got to set up your punchline and your tags and everything. You put those together, you can make a bit. That was too long. I couldn't get setups out. So with talking to her, I just had to squeak out jokes. This little like, pop, here's one. Pop, here's another one. And I just tried to crack out jokes. And every time I'd crack out a joke, somebody walking by would laugh. And people started to stop. So that was like my tell, like, oh, just keep banging out jokes, bro. Just pop, 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 joke, joke, joke. So I banged out a few jokes, and I got some people to stop. After I got some people to stop, eventually, I finally got that lady to laugh.
This is not the first time that an interaction with a woman has started with her getting in my face, insulting me, and then ended with her trying to get me to put on a thong. This is not the first time that this has happened. And usually it happens when I come to Oakland. That's usually what happens. Hi, how's it going? High five. Hell yeah, girl, right on. Get it. Enjoy your Chinese bowl. Boom. I like your pants. Hey, she laughed at me. Hold on a second. Did you laugh at me, or did someone next to you say something funny? What just happened? Was that funny? Oh, man, we made her laugh. Hey, everybody. I could go ahead and drop the mic right now because I made her laugh. Right on, girl. You got nice pants. I can see you, though. It's good camo. Anyway.
And as a comic, we always know when we're watching the show, you could be killing, but there's that one person in the audience who you just can't stop looking at. You're like, I'm going to get you. I got to. Like, there has to be something that you could relate to me on. Something that you're just like, oh, he gets me. There has to be some type of way I can connect you. And I felt like that was like the ultimate. The set was worth it. You know, however it went from having people in the beginning, losing everybody, and then finally getting them back at the end. It was a good feeling to be able to get everybody back, and it was a great feeling to make her laugh. I felt like I beat a boss level of a video game or something because I had befriended her. And then by the end of it, people were asking where they could see me next. So, I mean, it was a roller coaster, man. It was wild. It went high, it went low, it went to a state where I was feeling like I was panicking, but powered through, keep squeaking out jokes, and eventually we landed in a good place. So, yeah.
Sparring session, boy.
It was fun. I'll probably do it again because there's something wrong with me.